I was in the mood for a challenge, so today I made a browned butter banana bundt cake with cream cheese swirl and chocolate ganache. Try saying that 5 times fast. But anyways, I was in the mood for a difficult recipe and this is what I did. The recipe itself is not super hard, but there are a lot of steps. Like the butter needs to be browned and then it needs to cool off and solidify for at least an hour. I had to make the cake and the filling and the chocolate ganache. So it was a lot of steps, but it was worth it. I did run into a problem when it was time to bake the cake. This recipe produced a lot of batter and a lot of filling. So the bundt pan was full, like almost to the top. That was my mistake. Because when I baked it, it began overfilling. And I could smell something burning in my kitchen. When I opened the stove, I saw the worst sight ever. An overfilled pan and batter dripping on the bottom of my stove. So that was fun, and I had to take out the bundt pan, put it on a baking sheet, and then return it to the oven. So if anybody makes this recipe, I highly recommend putting the bundt pan on top of a baking sheet just to catch any overfilled batter. I was also kind of concerned just because it was a very hefty cake. I didn't know if the bake time would be accurate. The recipe said to bake for an hour and 5 minutes. I ended up having to bake mine for an additional 11 minutes, which is not bad at all. So it was really close to the recipe's bake time, which was good. It came out perfect. Once the cake was cool, I flipped it over and it came right out of the bundt pan, super easy. I love that. I garnished it with the dark chocolate ganache and it came out so good. I was so happy. This was a really good recipe. It's just time consuming.